I come from a low to middle income family. My parents separated when I was 12, so right now my brother and I, we are staying with my dad. So growing up financially, we weren't very well off to do. Not because that we didn't earn a lot of money, it was because of certain monetary habits. Things like gambling was quite prevalent in my family, and it was quite bad. Sometimes once in a while, I'll start to see loan sharks knocking on my door, for example, and saying that where are your grandparents, where are your parents? And I didn't know they were loan sharks back then. I thought they were friends of my family. So whatever little we had, we also lost it because of such poor personal finance habits. So there was one time I went overseas with my friend. It was on a band trip. It was secondary 2. I spent all my money to come to the trip. So I didn't have any money left to buy stuff. So I felt that I felt very paiseh, to go with my friends, to shop when I didn't have any money. So what I did was I went to a nearby shopping mall where they sold furniture. So I went to sleep on one of the beds there and pass the time. I don't want to be in that position where I cannot afford things that that normal people can afford. And that really compelled me to start investing and work hard. I wasn't a very good student, I was very naughty, parents weren't home most of the time. So I was always going out in arcades and playing. As a result, my studies got worse and worse. So that really didn't sit well with my parents, my dad especially. I guess I felt back then I felt that he didn't understand me where I was coming from. He didn't understand my struggles. But I think from my perspective was that coming out from a broken family, you don't have the parental supervision, and home didn't really feel like a home. It felt more like a house. So in secondary school, there's always this stigma, right, that normal academic or the normal technical students are more rebellious, naughty, made me feel discriminated, right? That just because my studies are not as great as them, it got me thinking hard on what I really want to be in the future. I really want to make something of my life. That's where I started studying very hard. I got interested in investing was in secondary 5, and when friends around me start to see that I'm reading all these self-help investment books, they start to joke with me and say that, hey, just by reading a book, do you think you can make money from investing? But thankfully, I felt that I truly believe in my heart that there was some basis of truth in what they wrote, and it resonated with me. So right now I've been investing for about 6 years. My first investment was in a silver bullion. I was 17 back then, and I started accumulating. So when I worked part-time, serving tables at a cafe, whatever I earned, I saved and actually plowed it back into my investments in silver. My portfolio is probably diversified into companies mainly in manufacturing. I'm pretty well diversified across the board. It's the intellectual stimulation that I really enjoy when it comes to investing. Making sense out of chaos nowadays when you have information widely available. That's what gets me excited about investing. So to start investing, all you need to have is an average IQ. You don't need a high IQ, right? You don't need to have a lot of money. You don't need to be wealthy, and you just need to be passionate.